Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, 6th chapter, Sankhya Yoga. Text number 2. Yam sanyasam iti prahur yogam tam vidhi pandava nayyasanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ke jai. Translation. What is called renunciation is the same as yoga or linking oneself with the Supreme, for no one can become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Real sannyasa yoga or bhakti means that one should know his constitutional position as the living entity and act accordingly. The living entity has no separate independent identity. He is the marginal energy of the Supreme. When he is entrapped by material energy, he is conditioned. And when he is Krishna conscious or aware of the spiritual energy, then he is in his real and natural state of life. Therefore, when one is in complete knowledge, one ceases all material sense gratification or renounces all kinds of sense gratificatory activities. This is practiced by the yogis who restrain the senses from material attachment. But a person in Krishna consciousness has no opportunity to engage his senses in anything which is not for the purpose of Krishna. Therefore, a Krishna conscious person is simultaneously a sannyasi and a yogi. The purpose of knowledge and of restraining the senses as prescribed in the jnana and yoga processes is automatically served in Krishna consciousness. If one is unable to give up the activities of his selfish nature, then jnana and yoga are of no avail. The real aim is for a living entity to give up all selfish satisfaction and to be prepared to satisfy the Supreme. A Krishna conscious person has no desire for any kind of self-enjoyment. He is always engaged for the enjoyment of the Supreme. One who has no information of the Supreme must therefore be engaged in self-satisfaction, because no one can stand on the platform of inactivity. All these purposes are perfectly served by the practice of Krishna consciousness. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
Verse number 2. What is called renunciation is the same as yoga, or linking oneself with the Supreme. For no one can become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification.
Here is the point of yoga practice. Yoga means to join. Now, in our conditional state, although we are part and parcel of the Supreme, but we are now separated. The same example, this finger is part and parcel of your body, but if it is separated, amputated, it has no value. But so long it is joined with this body, its value is millions of dollars and more than that. If there is any disease, you can spend any amount to cure. Similarly, we at the present moment, in the conditioned state of material existence, we are separated from God. Therefore we are so much reluctant to speak of God, to understand about God, our relationship with God. We think it is simply waste of time. In this meeting, everyone knows that this temple, Krishna Consciousness Temple, is speaking of God. or any charge. People are not very much interested. They think that is a kind of what is called recreation in the name of a spiritual advancement. Otherwise, it is simply waste of time. Better this time could be used for earning some money or enjoying a club or in a restaurant. Sense enjoyment. So, detraction from God means sense enjoyment. Those who are too much addicted to sense enjoyment, they are not, eligible for yoga system. Yoga system is not that you go on doing all nonsense in sense gratification and in simply sit down meditation. This is simply colossal work. It has no meaning. Yoga system first is the sense, controlling the sense, yam niyam. There are 8 different stages of practicing yoga. Yam, niyam, asan, dhyan, dharana, pranayam, pratyahara, samadhi. So, in the beginning, first of all, we shall speak in this chapter. Lord Krishna will teach you what is yoga system. Therefore, in the beginning, Krishna says that no one can become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. So, anyone who is indulging in sense gratification is a nonsense. He is not a yogi. He cannot be a yogi. Yoga system is strictly celibacy. No sex life. That is yoga system. No one can become a yogi if he indulges in sex life. The so-called yogis come to your country and say, yes, whatever you like you can do. Meditate, I give you some mantra. These are all nonsense. Here it is authoritative statement that no one can become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. This is the first condition. Go on.
Verse number 3. For one who is a neophyte in the Eightfold Yoga system, work is said to be the means, and for one who has already attained to yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means.
Yes. There is 2 stages. One who is practicing yoga to reach to the perfectional platform, and one who has attained the perfectional platform. So long one is not on the perfectional platform, just trying to do it. At that time there are so many words. That asana system, yam, niyam. So generally in your country there are so many yoga societies. They display this asana system. How to sit down, different postures. That helps. But that is the process simply to get on to the real platform. They are simply means. Real yoga system, perfection is different from those bodily gymnastic process. So there are 2 stages. One stage is trying to reach the perfectional platform, and another stage is one who has reached the perfectional platform. Go on.
Verse number 4. A person is said to have attained yoga when, having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities.
Yes. This is the perfectional stage of yoga system, yoga practice. A person is said to have attained to yoga. That means, yoga means connection. Just like the same example. Suppose this finger was out of my body. Or don't take this finger, take any machine part. It is out of the machine, lying idle. And as soon as you join with the machine, it works, it's different function. Katakat, 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 it works. With yoga, it has been joined. Similarly, we are now differentiated. These material activities, fruitive activities, they have been described simply wasting time. Mudha. They have been described in the Bhagavad Gita as mudha. Mudha means rascal. Why? Such a big businessman, you say, rascal, why? He's earning thousands of dollars daily. But they have been described, mudha, rascal, because they are working so hard, but what he is enjoying? He is enjoying the same amount of eating, sleeping, and mating. That's all. As a man who is earning millions of dollars daily, that does not mean he can enjoy mating millions of women. No. That is not possible. His power of mating is same, one who is earning $10. His power of eating is the same with the man, one who is earning $10. So he does not think that my enjoyment of life is the same amount with the man who is earning $10. Then why I am working so hard for earning millions of dollars daily? Why am I spoiling my energy in that way? You see? They are called mudha. Namang dustuda. Actually, he should have engaged. When he earns millions of dollars daily, he should have engaged himself, his time and energy, how to understand God, what is the purpose of life, because he has no economic problem. So he has got enough time he can utilize in Krishna consciousness or God consciousness. But he does not take part in that way. Therefore he is mudha. Mudha means ass. So his intelligence is not very nice. A person is said to have attained yoga when having renounced all material desires. If one is in perfection of yoga, then he is satisfied. He has no more any material desire. That is perfection. He neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. Fruitive activities means you want something for sense gratification. One is practically engaged in sense gratification and one is collecting money for sense gratification. So the fruitive activities, suppose pious activities. Pious activities according to Veda, everywhere, if you are virtuous, if you give some money in charity, it is virtuous activities. If you give some money for opening hospital, if if you give some money for opening schools, free education, these are certainly virtuous activities. But they are also meant for sense gratification. Suppose if I give in charity for distributing education, then in my next life I will be getting good facilities for education, I will be highly educated, or being educated I shall get nice post. But at the end, what is the idea? If I get a good post, if I get a good position, how do I utilize it? For sense gratification. Nicely. That's all. Because I do not know anything else. And that is fruitive activities. If I go to heaven, a better standard of life. Suppose in your America, a better standard of life than India. But what does this mean, better standard of life? The same, eating, sleeping, in a better type, that's all. You are not doing anything more. They are also eating. They are eating some coarse grain. You are eating very nice thing, but eating. Not beyond this eating. So, my better standard of life does not mean any spiritual realization. A better standard of eating, sleeping, mating, that's all. So this is called fruitive activity. The fruitive activity is also another pattern of sense gratification. But it is on the basis of sense gratification. And yoga means connection with the Supreme. When the Supreme is connected, as soon as, just like Dhruva Maharaj, as soon as he saw God, Narayan, that boy was undergoing severe austerities, penances, to see God. He saw. But when he saw, then he said, Shamin kitatosmi barangna jase. My dear Lord, I am now fully satisfied. I don't want to ask anything, any benediction from you. Guess what is benediction? Benediction means you get very nice kingdom, or a very nice wife, or very nice food stuff, very nice... These things we consider as benediction. But actually when one becomes connected with God, he does not want any such benediction. He is satisfied, fully satisfied. Shamim kitatosmi, barang na jach. The history of this Dhruva Maharaj, I have told him many times, that he was a child, 5 years boy, old. He was insulted by his stepmother. He was sitting on the lap of his father. He was trying. And his stepmother said, oh, you cannot sit on the lap of your father because you are not born in my womb. So he was Kshatriya boy, although 5 years old, he took it a great insult. So, he went to his own mother. Stepmother has insulted him like this. He was crying. The mother said, what can I do, my dear boy? Your father loves your stepmother more. What can I do? No, I want my father's kingdom. Tell me how can I get it? The mother said, my dear boy, Krishna, God blesses you, can get. Where is God? She said, oh, we have heard God is in the forest. Great sages go there and find out. She went to the forest and underwent severe penances and he saw God. But when he saw God, Narayan, he is no more anxious for the kingdom of his father. no more anxious. He said, my dear Lord, I am satisfied, fully satisfied. I do not want any more my kingdom, the kingdom of my father. He gave the comparison that I was searching out some pearls, but I have got valuable jewels. So, that means he is more satisfied. When you actually connect yourself with God, then you feel yourself many millions times satisfied than enjoying this material world. That is God realization. That is the perfection of yoga.
Purport. When a person is fully engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, he is pleased in himself, and thus he is no longer engaged in sense gratification or in fruitive activities. Otherwise, one must be engaged in sense gratification, since one cannot live without engagement.
Yeah, that is the point. We must have engagement. We cannot stop. The same example. You cannot stop a child working or in activities. By nature, we are living entities, we must act. It is not possible to stop activities. So, just like it is said, an idle brain is a devil's work. So, if you have no good engagement, then you will have to engage yourself in something nonsense. Just like a child, if he is not engaged in education, he becomes a spoiled child. Similarly, our true business, either material sense gratification or Krishna consciousness or bhakti yoga or yoga. So if I am not in yoga system, then I must be in sense gratification. And if I am sense gratification, there is no question of yoga.